Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. Oh, I'm in my casuals. My name is Terrence Bardui. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Let me adjust my seat so I can look good for you. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardui, and some people call me Little Boy. If you're from the 767, Whitey Kubuli, tall is her body, a.k.a. Point Michelle La Pointe. You call me Luca Boy. Dominique made me. Boston raised me. Now the South sustains me. As people are starting to come in, I'm going to go right here on my page and make it so that people can watch it and tune in if they choose to as well. If I told you guys that difficulties I was having today, you wouldn't believe me. So I'm not going to go there. We're just going to try it. And let's see, I'm live. Let's see, I'm live now. Yes. Gosh, I didn't even fix my on my YouTube, but it's okay. It's okay. It's one of those things. As they say in France, c'est la vie, mon ami. That's life, my friend. So let's go in here and just make it public here so everybody can take a look. And I'm going to say I am live now so they can take a look and follow me tonight. So how are you beautiful people doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Let's try it here. All right, let's see. I am live. I am live now. Boom. Okay, so how are you beautiful people doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome. People are coming in. For some reason, guys, if I tell you the difficulties I was having to set up the show today, you won't believe me. I'm not streaming on LinkedIn, nor am I streaming on Instagram or X today, just Facebook and YouTube, because I was having some technical difficulties. I mean, usually I schedule this live around 10 or 12 in the day, but I was having some difficulties. And 7 minutes ago is when I actually did this, right? So right now, I'm trying to make sure I might see some of the comments. I might not. Let's see. But c'est la vie, c'est la vie. How are you beautiful people doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Just before we start, I'm seeing some glare. I'm going to try to fix this because we don't want too much of a glare here tonight. Yeah, that's a little better. As I get a little more comfortable, I got my sweatsuit on. You know, it's Veterans Day. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But how are you beautiful people doing? Let me check on my phone to make sure I can see everyone who is commenting, so I can give you a shout out. And if you are watching, you will get a shout out from me. If you're not watching, you're not going to get a shout out. Well, I can see Peaches Goodwill. Good evening. Welcome to Tuesdays with Terrence. And, my loyal listener. Let me see what else. Let me go on my business page here just to make sure. Bardui Financial Services. It's showing. Yeah, it's showing, man. I am live on two platforms, at least three tonight. So I will make sure I do everything fine. So how is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the show. Welcome. For those of you who are new to the show, welcome. For those of you who watch all the time, I thank you for watching. I'll give a shout out to my friends in St. Martin pretty soon because I think today was St. Martin Day in St. Martin, and they were having a holiday just like us was having Veterans Day here today. We'll address that as well. But just before we do that, I'm not going to play my guitar tonight. I'm just going to just get in there and strum. Before we do that, let's play our theme song as we start so that we can get everybody in one accord. All right? So let's start with our theme song. All right, there we go. Start over. There we go. Yes.
Dominica made me. That's where it all began.
Island breeze, coconut trees, the heart of my plan. From the hills and the smiles to the songs of the sea, that island spirit molded the person I'd be. Boston raised me with its hustle and grind. City lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. On those snowy streets, learn to stand tall, navigating life, every rise, every fall. From the commons to the brownstones, I made my claim. With every lesson learned, I embraced my name. Boston raised me with its hustle and grind. City lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. Now the South sustains me with its warm embrace, a community of strength and love in every space. From the bayous to the beaches, I found my place. In this journey of finance, I've learned to chase grace. Dominica made me, Boston raised me high. The South sustains my soul as I reach for the sky. With every sunrise, I'm thankful and free. A licensed financial pro, just being me. So here's to the roots that shaped who I am. From the Dominica's beauty to Boston's Grand Slam. In the South I stand strong, with purpose and pride. Together with my journey, side by side. Yeah. How are you beautiful people doing tonight? Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrece. I want to say, who's that person? Someone says night. Who's that person? That's June Ansel, my big sister. Okay. I'm getting excited here. Make sure you save a plate for me Thanksgiving. I'm coming up. So I'm putting it on blast. So you make sure you have my vegan dinner waiting for me, or else it's trouble in Dorchester. But anyways, welcome to those of you who are tuning in. Welcome to another episode of Tuesdays with Terrece. My name is H. Terrence Bardui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardui. And if you're from the 767, Whitey Kubuli, tall is her body, the Commonwealth of Dominica, and you're from the South, a.k.a. St. Luke Parish, a.k.a. Point Michelle, a.k.a. La Pointe. If you're from La Pointe, you don't call me little boy, you call me Luca boy. Dominica made me, Boston raised me, now the South sustains me. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's kind of cool out. I got my sweatshirt on. I'm really cool. You know, I got the heat on. Today was windy and cold. I haven't been out all day. I was supposed to go out and get something from someone, but I didn't do that. I'll do it tomorrow. And I'm so excited. But like I said, today I was having difficulties trying to set up this live. For some reason, StreamYard, for those of you who may use StreamYard doesn't have customer service. Everything you got to do is online. You got to send an email, and you can't talk to nobody. It's a great platform when everything's working fine. You know, for example, I have a new computer. As you can see, it's not buffering. I have an extender on my internet, so I have one right around the corner here. You know, so you can hear me fine. I'm looking fine. I'm feeling fine. Hope you are doing fine. So for those of my friends who are in the St. Martin area, you know, the French side and the Dutch side, it's St. Martin's Day. Today was a St. Martin Day, was a holiday over there. So people like Esther Duran Casimir and Stacy Thomas, who else? A plethora of people out there. Giselle, and who else is out there that I know? a whole bunch of other people out there. For all of you out there in St. Thomas, not St. Thomas, St. Martin, I hope you had a great holiday. Here in America, today is Veterans Day. Now, Veterans Day is a holiday, excuse me, for those who've served in the armed forces. There's a whole bunch of armed forces in America. There is the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard, National Guard, Maritime. There's a whole bunch of things in there, but they all consist of the United States military. And for all those who served, my brother's a veteran, my nephew's a veteran. I got cousins who are veterans, friends, other family members who are veterans. So for that, I am so thankful for the liberties that I have today because you all served for our protection. Some of you fought in wars. I have people at my church who are veterans as well. My pastor's a veteran. Some of our head deacons are veteran. A lot of some of our deacons are veteran. Our head of security is a veteran. A whole bunch of people at my church, men and women, are veterans. And we're very thankful for the sacrifices that you guys made. Some of you were in Vietnam. Some of you were in Desert Storm. I don't think we have any. I think we have a member in our church who's like 95 years old. He was in the Korean War. That's how long ago that was, right? That was in the 50s, right? But it's funny how life goes, right? So for all those who serve, today, it's a great day for us to recognize our veterans and thank them for their service. Esther Duran-Casimir, I just gave you a shout out. You may have missed it. Welcome to the show. I know today was a holiday for you. I saw you on Facebook in all your red, white, and blue St. Martin colors. Hope you had a great day. Hope you went to the beach and had food and ate. For all of you celebrating, whatever you're celebrating, whether it's St. Martin's Day or you celebrating our Veterans Day here in the United States of America, we are very, very grateful to our veterans. So for all those who had a great day today, thank you for tuning in for Tuesdays with Terrence. Now tonight, we're going to talk about, Veterans Day, and we also obviously I'll always parlay it into financial literacy because you guys know that's what this show's about, right? So I know my sister's watching. She has a son, Bjorn. I call him Bjorn Borg. He's Bjorn Anselm. He's a veteran. My brother, Greg, which is Oliver, we call him Oliver. He's a veteran. My cousin, Elizabeth Bardui in Brooklyn, and a plethora of other people. Someone just texted me. Let me see if they're watching my show. How can I help you, sir? Oh my gosh. If you guys know what I'm doing right now, it'll blow your mind. Someone just sent me a text. I hope they're watching the show. I think they are. They haven't commented, but they're playing with me. I want to say good evening to Miss Delphina LeBlanc all the way in Ottawa. I hear it's snowing up there in Canada. Guys, stay warm, stay dry, but keep the snow up there. I don't want it. It's going to get cold here pretty soon. But I just got, I want to say welcome to Mariana, watching all the way from New Jersey. I call her the German goddess. She's watching tonight. Welcome, Mariana. You got me, boy. They don't know, right? They don't know. Just me and you. I got two hands. Pretty soon it'll be one hand. They don't know. But I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching tonight. It's really important that you guys support me. I don't take it for granted. I want to make it clear. I don't take it for granted for the people who support my show. You guys don't have to do that. On a cold Tuesday night, you could be watching Netflix and chill. You could have been cold up with your boo. You could have been, doing something else, watching a movie, reading a book, doing a Bible study, but you tuned in for a little while. So I want to thank you for that. Esther said they had a parade today. I hope you had a good time. I'll go to your page and like some of the pictures when you post them. But in America, Veterans Day is a big holiday. I even think some of the restaurants like Golden Corral and some of the restaurants, Denny's, they give free food to the veterans. I know this guy. As a matter of fact, he was in town here this past weekend. He lives in New York. I remember on Veterans Day, he'd go everywhere and just eat because he did 20 years in the Navy, so he's retired military. I want to say I have friends who are currently serving. I have Dominican friends who are serving, especially one serving in Germany right now, Andrea Hill. There's another Dominican serving in Texas right now, and a bunch of others. I have friends who have kids are serving. Raquel, who normally at the Jamaican restaurant we stopped by there last week as well. Her daughter's serving And there's another lady, Dominica, her daughter, is serving as well. And Chris, you know, Chris B, I call him Chris Bougie, Bugano, whatever. He's a veteran. And a whole bunch of other of my Facebook friends, like Noble Rock and a whole bunch of Wave of Mead, a whole bunch of people. Ann Brissett, who else? A whole bunch of people are veterans. And we want to thank you so much for your service. Sometimes we take it for granted. I'll be honest to you guys, right? I went to a high school in Boston. It was an examination high school. You had to take an examination to go to that high school. They had a college track. They had a college track, and they also had, you could learn machine shop, architecture, electronics, carpentry, let's say machine shop, a bunch of different things, and a lot of my friends in high school, some of them went to the military. And I'll be honest, in America, when you turn 18, you have to sign up with the selective services. Now, the selective services, what it is, there's no draft here right now, but during Vietnam, the last time we had a draft, I believe, was during Vietnam. Now, a lot of countries, like I think Israel and a lot of other countries, as soon as you turn 18, you have to serve in the military. You have to do at least 2 years, but in America, it's not mandatory. I believe during Vietnam or World War II, a lot of young people were volunteering to go into the military, to protect, because the Nazis and Hitler was going crazy, and Italy with Mussolini, was it, or whoever else. For those of you who don't even know, Russia was the USSR was an ally of the United States, in England and France and a bunch of these, different countries. But anyways, what I'm saying here, guys, it's important that you do understand that for those who serve, we have to pay all homage to them and thank them for their service. But when I was in high school, I was skinny. I was short and skinny, and I had no desire to go into the military. But knowing what I know now, and I've seen some people, they have PTSD. Some of them have amputations. Some of them have different things. I wouldn't be a special forces guy or anything like that. But I would have, if I had to live my life over again, I would go into the military, even with the leadership that we have in this country. Well, I can't, we don't want to get political. I would still go because I think it's a great track for people. There's a lot of benefits for young people, in terms of what happens to you when you get there. But I think a lot of people need to understand it's really, really, really important that you have to have a focus. Because some people, like now, I remember back in the days, everybody go to college. You don't, nowadays, we got a liberal arts degree. What's that going to do? I mean, I know people who didn't go to college making 6 figures, making a lot more than that. But what I'm saying is education is key, though. And I would never tell people don't get your education, because they can't take that away from you. But I think it's important that we realize that people, some young people need guidance. The military teaches you discipline. I'm not picking on this generation today, but a lot of them, I think, they're not like my generation. I want to say welcome to Stacy Thomas. Hope you had a great St. Martin Day today. I saw your picture. You had your Bobby socks all the way to your knees. Laugh out loud. So I hope you're recovering now and getting ready to get some rest, because it's late where you are. It's already after 8 p.m. Here we're an hour back. So thank you for tuning in. And for all the others who are watching, welcome to Tuesdays with Terrece. So if you have a veteran in your family, thank them. Or if you have a friend, go on Facebook or social media if you're in the United States and make a post thanking veterans for what they've done. Some of you have family and friends. Some of you know people who are veterans. Don't take that for granted, man. It's not something we should ever take for granted, because we have our liberties, right? We have our liberties. So that's great. So tonight I say veterans are, we thank you for their service, but veterans are people too, and they need income protection, debt elimination, and legacy creation as well. And you always say, man, this dude talks about the same thing every week. Why does he come on every week? Man, I come on every week because some of you all are lacking. I was told a couple weeks ago, was it last Friday? I asked my siblings to give me some pointers on what they'd like to see me change in 2026. And they gave me. I have 4 pages of stuff that they gave me. Now, some of the stuff I'm already doing. Some of the stuff I'm not gonna do. I didn't tell them that, but some of the stuff I'm definitely gonna implement into my repertoire as I change. For the better. 2020 2026 is soon coming. There's a young lady out of New York who is she does credit repair and show people how to do business funding. I'm going to invite her to my show starting next month. And also, I'm trying to get, now that Sandy's doing real estate, I'm going to try to get her to come on the show as well. After I bring the tax person on, not the tax person, I should say, the credit repair person on. Because in order for you to purchase a home, you got to have good credit. You got to have good credit. And then after you have that good credit, you need a realtor certainly to purchase a home if that's your desire. So I'll be doing that. And then come next year, I want to start talking about not other things, but other strategies that you can use. I've been talking to a lot of the people that I know. There's so many people that I know right now who are not doing what they're supposed to do. I was talking to a client today, and I was supposed to call her back, and I didn't call her back. I'll probably call her tomorrow morning. And we were looking at I can't call her name. We were looking at she's been my client. Next year will be 10 years. And if she was maximizing overfunding her 401k, right? And I'm looking at it right now. Not a 401k, her universal life policy. She would be a millionaire right now if she was overfunding it. She would be a millionaire right now. Now, you might say, man, why are you always talking about that? Are you money hungry? No, not at all. Now, these strategies are not for people in St. Martin or in Dominica or Canada, but they're relatable. You can knowledge is power and wisdom is force. And when you learn something, you have to apply it. So, for example, if you live in Canada or St. Martin or Dominica or Antigua or in Great Britain, they have life insurance there as well. And you can use life insurance as a way to build wealth. But you have to you see, wealth for some is not the same for everybody. There are some people like that woman I was talking about. She's a saver. She's saved. She's bought multiple homes and she's bought them cash because she's a saver, right? There's some people who are spenders. You have spenders and you have savers, or you have savers and you have spenders and you have debtors. There are people who are in debt, whether it's credit cards, student loans, mortgages, boats, cars, whatever it may be. It's really important that people make sure that they put stuff in place, especially for those, when people come from the military, right? I think there is the VA loan they can get to purchase a home. They can go to school. They can do all of those different things. Now, some of the people, when they come out from the military, they may have some disability in terms, not necessarily physical disability, but maybe they have a PTSD. They get, a lot of the military people have some form of disability. Excuse me, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%. Some of them, I know some people personally who have 100% disability, and especially the higher your rank, is the more you would make. And some of these people, you can have a disability from the military and still work. So you could be kind of double dipping. You know what I'm saying? You have guaranteed income, yet you're making income as well to protect. So for those of you who are in different countries, right, and you're saying to yourself, well, the things that he talks about doesn't apply to me. Of course it does. You have to find creative ways. Are you a saver? There's some people that don't save anything, nothing. Like they say, Dominica, yeah, nothing. Why? My father was a great saver. This dude was turn in bottles and cans and save that money. I saw some of those accounts that he had. Now, for some reason, I didn't. I look like my dad. I'm loud like my dad. I have his ways, but I didn't take his savings genes. I'm more of a spender. But as I'm getting older, I realize it's really, really important that it's really, really important that we start thinking about our future. And I was telling the lady today, I said, there are some things that you've done. In 6 months, we need to start putting it into this as well. More into, because this person doesn't have a pension because they were kind of self-employed. Now, they will collect Social Security, but it won't be as much because they didn't work here all their life. They're not from here. But the important thing is they'll have something. And I'll say, welcome to Ann. He says, so I'm sorry, but I guess you didn't hear my question. I did hear your question, and I did answer. Sorry. Oh, how much is life insurance? Oh, okay. How much life insurance should one have? I have enough for my funeral. Nobody else around. Just want to know what I have enough. Well, I got one hand up, so I can tell you, and I think you'll understand. And some people won't really understand your question, because your question is asking about life insurance, but it's also twofold. And what I'm saying to you here is that it's very important that we put stuff in place. And I'm going to come to that, Ann, but I'm doing exactly what you said, Ann. I'm doing that right now. And so what I was saying, folks, is that it doesn't matter where you are, you have to be a saver. I'm smiling because I'm feeling good, right? You have to be a saver. And if you're not a saver, you got to develop saving skills. You have to. How do you do that? Well, you got to pay yourself. How do you pay yourself? Like every month, some people pay themselves weekly, monthly, and bi-weekly, whatever. Well, every month I try to pay myself, because I can't be out here telling you guys what to do and then I'm not doing it myself, right? I need to be doing it. Now, too many times I believe people think you have to do what everyone's doing. You got to make sure you concentrate on protecting you. Now, for some people, $1 million is like $1 billion. For some people, 100,000 is like $1 million. It doesn't matter where you fall, where you are financially. The key is, are you saving? Are you saving something? Like right now, I think the government shutdown will be over pretty soon. Let me take a quick look here at markets, see what happened in markets, because I know yesterday markets were up really, really high, and today, oh my gosh, the Dow Jones was up 559 points, but the Nasdaq was down, and the S&P was up. The Nasdaq was down 58.87. Those are the tech stocks. So the Dow Jones, let's see if it's a record high. But you see, if you're not investing in stocks and bonds, or you have a mutual fund, it really doesn't affect you. But the thing about it is, it's important, folks, that you put something aside. What are you putting aside? See, I'm using one hand to talk. What are you putting aside? Are you putting anything aside? So, like Ann just mentioned that she has some life insurance. God forbid something happens to her. She's alone. She has no children. She has her dogs. But the important thing is, you don't know how long you're going to live. What if you have a critical or chronic illness, critical injury? What are you going to start doing? Dipping into your savings? Your savings are supposed to last as long as you last. Right now, things are expensive. Healthcare, groceries, rent, mortgages, everything is up. Is your salary going up? See, it doesn't matter if your salary go up or not. The key is you got to save. You got to save. What Ann says I do every month, $100 or whatever, with what's going on, that's not taking me far, but that's all I can afford. And that's good. And you should continue putting on 100, keep saving that $100. You should do that. You see, and that's the point I was trying to make. For some people, I have some clients putting 3,000 a month. I have some clients doing 1,500 or some. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you are, but putting something aside for a rainy day. And then you have to watch your expense. Some people don't even understand with what's going on right now with tariffs and taxes. It was so funny. I was talking to one of my clients today, and we got into an argument about politics. And they said, well, the president's going to send $2,000 to everybody. I said, I don't want it. And they're like, well, so you can give it to me. Well, the point I was trying to make here was simply this. What is $2,000 going to do? Some people, that's their mortgage. What I want to see is I want to see the government open. I want to see healthcare affordable. I want to see people who are over 59 and a half doing in-service rollovers from their 401ks, 403bs, 457s, TSPs, etc. That's what I want to see. And the people who already have them, and people who are saving in banks, I can show them how to maximize it and put it somewhere safer, where you could earn better. It's more protected. So I don't want to tell anybody what you're doing is wrong, because I'd be a fool to tell anybody what they're doing is wrong. But what I want you to know is simply this, folks. I want everybody to know that no matter what you do, make sure you are taking care of you. The only person who can take care of you or the future you is the current you. So I'm 61, right? People start taking Social Security at 62. Some people take it at 65. Some people take it at 67. I'm going to take mine at 70. Because the kind of job I have is, I'm not lifting anything, And I was looking at it. I can continue to work. It'll be about $1,000 more a month. But I'm not recommending people do that. I'm not giving you advice on your Social Security. What I'm saying to you is, what are you doing? And says 2000, my you know what, and not happening. I call BS. You people are funny. Yeah, man. All I can say is simply this. Open the government. People are furloughed. Flights are being delayed. People are getting paid. It's like, open it up. And I think someone said Warren Buffett said he had an idea to how the government can never close. And I agree with that idea. All you do is, this is how it works. When the government shut down, nobody gets paid. Not Congress. Congress gets paid, right? The House and the Senate, they get paid, and the president. And all the administrations, secretary of this, secretary, they're all getting paid. But the federal workers ain't getting paid. Nah, all you do is, the government shut down, ain't nobody in the government getting paid. Nobody. You would watch how fast they would come to a solution. It's really, really important, folks. But we're not going to talk politics. What we're going to do is concentrate back on the subject at hand. So soldiers, veterans are people too, and they need income protection. When they get out of the military and they get a job, they have to protect their income in case they have a critical or chronic illness. Now, if you already have a chronic illness or something, you may not be able to do that, but you can still save. What if you're terminally ill and they say you have 24 months or 12 months or less to live? You can get a lump sum of money to start settling your estate, tax-free. Pay off your mortgage, put some money aside for kids to go to school, whatever you need to do. It's those kind of things that I talk about every week, because I think it's paramount that people do that. Paramount. So the people that are they doing that? Are they protecting their interest? If not, why not? Now, also people who are having children, like today, I helped one of my colleagues help a young man. We did a policy for him. He's a asylum person here in the United States, but we can still insure him. He has a social security number. He pays taxes. And the poor guy, he's doing good. He drives Uber, but guess what? Guess what? He has a wife and 3 kids. He's the primary breadwinner. What if something happens to him? Well, we put something in place. Now, we didn't put in place what I want to put in place, but sometimes he's the only one working. Something is better than nothing. So protect your income for critical illness, critical injury, chronic illnesses. Alzheimer's is running rampant now. Everybody, if you live long enough, they say you're going to have some form of dementia, Alzheimer's. But you want to make sure if you have a cognitive impairment and someone's taking care of you, you have an emergency pool of money you can access, right? Most people have debt. Right? Mortgages, student loans, credit cards, car loans, equity line of credits, personal loans, boat loans, bike loans, all kind of loans. Loans for this, loans for that. You can get with this or you can get with that. But they have all kind of loans, right? So what we do, we teach people to eliminate their debt. I was talking to someone last week and I was trying to explain to him how the process works, and they don't believe me. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, last night we had a client appreciation night with my agency, and I had clients on there who were doing it. And one of my biggest challenges with what I do is when I tell people what can be done, and they look at me like I have 2 heads. Laugh out loud. They look at me like I have 2 heads, right? And I be like, yo, listen to me. This really works. But you have to allow me to show you. I got to allow me to show you. I'm one of these guys, and somebody told me I need to change my tone and I need to change my mindset about certain things that I say. Now, I might change my tone, but I'm not changing my mindset. There is nobody living in the continental United States who's able-bodied and working to have a job and nothing is wrong with them, that they cannot put stuff aside. I know people doing 2, 3 jobs to make ends meet. I applaud them. But it doesn't matter if you have 1 job or 2 jobs or 3 jobs. You got to make sure you're putting stuff in place. I'm feeling good tonight. I'm feeling good. I'll explain to you guys another time why I'm feeling so good. But I'm saying to you, it's important, all right? I got to keep my professional face on. It's important that you do what you ought to do, what you should do, what you got to do. And I'm thinking about all the people that I'm talking to, and some of them I get really frustrated, but I'm not frustrated with them. I'm frustrated with their way to make their decisions. Some people take longer than others. And I'm not mad. It's just the frustration, because the earlier you get this thing going, like the lady I was talking to today, when she told me we could do it in June or July next year. I'm like, in June or July next year, how you know you're going to be healthy? How you know you're going to be healthy tomorrow? So what we want to do is set something up now, and then come June and July, when they get all this money, we can start putting it into something that they don't ever have to worry about. It'll be protected. It will be protected. And that's how we roll. Like the song says, this is how we roll. This is how we roll. Folks, it's important. It's important that you take yourself, and says 2 heads is better than 1. Lots of different directions one can go to find out what's best. And that's true. That is true. It's true. Sometimes you need an accountability partner. I mean, I have some of those, and some people have it too. I got friends and family who look at me in high regard to give them advice on different things, because I'm going to be fair. I'm not going to tell them things they just want to hear. I want to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. I got to make sure they got to do what they're supposed to do. And it's important that they do it. Is it important that we're doing it as well? Folks, when you go into Walmart and you see people saying, "Welcome to Walmart," they're not there because they just want to greet people. They're there to supplement their income. Because if you're over 65, Medicare is your primary insurance, and you can get a supplement or you can get a Medicare Advantage to cover your health care. But those people are there because they need money. They're not making enough money. Some of them, they have marginable jobs. Some of them don't have. I mean, I have clients that Social Security is like $1,200 a month. How can you live off that? All I can say is this: it's never too late to change the trajectory of what you're doing. It's never too late to change how you look at what you need to do. There's so many people I know who need my help, a lot of people. I was told that some people are scared to for me to help them. That's what I was told by someone, because they think I might put their business out there. There is no one. I have clients watching now, and there's no one. Since I've been doing this, I put their business outside. Let me explain what I mean. I might tell you what I'm doing for clients, but I don't call clients names. You don't know who the hell I'm talking about. I have a fiduciary responsibility to protect the innocents. But what I have to tell you is, I have to tell you what I'm doing. Some people want me to show them everything on Tuesdays with Terrence. Do an illustration and show them everything. I'm not doing that. Get on my calendar. Get on my calendar. Let me show you. On a one-on-one, let me ask you intimate questions about your financials. I can't do it on this show because I got to ask you personal questions. And it's not the other person's business who's watching the show tonight. So for those of you who are thinking about how can I save money in 2026, do it through life insurance. Save it there. And some of you said, I'm strapped. Excuse me. Every penny I'm making is spent. Well, you may have to get a part-time job. The key is doing what? I don't know. Do some research. You all research pocketbooks, cars, houses, vacations. Research that and figure out what it is you can do. Figure out what it is you can do. Do you have a skill? Are you good at braiding hair? I don't know. Plait, they call you. So do people still braid hair? Are you good at cooking? Sell dinners. Are you good at sewing? Are you good at cars? I don't know. What are you good at? What am I good at? Financial literacy. I can't do nothing else. Now, sometimes people, I mean, I can learn some other things to do, but find out what your passion is. When you're passionate about something, it's not work. Because what I'm doing right now with Tuesdays with Terrence right now, people say, well, he's always on there. I'm working, but I'm not. I'm having fun. I'm in my sweatsuit. I'm chilling, quand même. You know what I'm saying? I'm just educating people on the financial literacy that they need. Some of you have debt. Let's show you how to eliminate your mortgage. I know people who just got mortgages this year. Why won't you let me help you? What are you scared of? What are you secretive about? I don't care how much money you have or don't have. I don't care. And I always tell people like this, for example, like a lot of people has been hitting me up recently for different projects. And I'm like, how do they know I have money? I'll tell you this. One hand got to scratch the other. One back. If I scratch your back, you got to scratch mine. You want me to contribute to some of the things that you're doing? There's some people I'll always contribute to what they're doing if they ask me. They're my clients. We do business together. Hey, let's barter. Let's interchange. You know, or you have everything under control. Good. Do you like anything I post that has to do with financial literacy? No, you know. So how do you know that what I'm doing is making me money? How you all know I'm not on the verge of being homeless? How you know that? Thank God I'm not. But what I'm saying to you guys is that I can help you, and one hand has to scratch the other. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. We gotta reciprocate, you know. Um, and please don't think like I told someone the other day, don't take my kindness for weakness. I can be very diabolical, but that's not the purpose of this. My job is, folks, making sure there are some people I look at what they're doing and I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. I just told you today we protected a family that's undocumented, or they're like asylum seekers or whatever. They're not a U.S. citizen. They don't have a green card, but we protect them just in case. Is that a beautiful thing? So those of you who are U.S. citizens and you got a green card or whatever, we what's your excuse? I've insured undocumented people. We can, as long as they have a social security and they pay taxes. Last month I bought a car and I was telling the guy I'm going to come by and sit down and talk to you guys about what you should be doing as well, because they're not doing it. I haven't gone there yet, but I will. You know, I bought a car from you. Well, let me show you some financial literacy so I can help you. You become my client too. Listen, it doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. Some of you, some of the things that you're doing, let me show you creative ways that you can put stuff away. Because some people want to put stuff away so they can, you see, the reason why when I was a kid I never had a piggy bank, because I'd be in that bad boy all the time. I know some people who save coins in bags or in bottles or yeah, not me. I have a little yellow cup, right? A little red cup there with some coins. Whenever it gets to $3 a minute, I'm in it. But I do know that God forbid if something happens to me, my family haven't got to worry. And it's the same thing I want you guys to do as well for each and every one of you all. So for those of you who are no longer working at your old job and you have a 401k, let me roll it over for you. A 457, let me roll it over for you. For a TSP, let me roll it over for you. A 401k, let me help you. Or you got that taken care of? All right. You have a husband? Let me help you. You have a wife? Let me help you. You have children? You have grandchildren. Oh, are they protected? Let me show you how to protect them. Let me show you. Folks, it's not rocket science to protect what you have, nor is it rocket science to start changing your mindset. All the mistakes that you made and all the mistakes that I made, we don't have to sustain those mistakes. We can certainly change what we do. Spend some time with me. Let me give you some ideas. There's some clients I go look at their stuff and I smile. I can't wait till they get older and they got to access some of that stuff. And I told them, I said, some of you, I may not be around, but every time you start enjoying that, you're going to remember me, though. Yeah, Terrence told me to do that. Havis told me to do that. Mr. Bardui told me to do that. Little boy told me to do that. Little boy told me to do that. H told me to do that. I want to help you. I want to help your family. I want to help everyone. I don't care if you're a veteran or not a veteran. I don't care if you're here as a U.S. citizen, a green card holder, or undocumented. Let me help you. Start putting stuff aside for your future and give it time. Give it time. If you're young, you have a lot of time. If you're a little older, your short term should be like 10 years. Because if you're 60 and you have no health issues, you're going to live to be 70. Now, anything can happen. You could be on a plane, a train, a bus. Something can happen. You can develop something true. Enjoy life. Have fun, but make sure that you are saving for a rainy day using the concepts that I talk about. Income protection, protecting your income, eliminating your debt. Debt is a financial cancer. When you haven't got the debt, you can save more and you can go to Dubai and Greece and Germany and England and Jamaica and Dominica and Hawaii and Guam and Trinidad and Bermuda and Bora Bora. Wherever you want to go, you can go because you're saving and you're protecting. Like this past last month, I saw a lot of my Facebook friends in Dominica for the World Creole Music Festival and our 47th Independence. A lot of them. Those people work hard. I ain't mad at them. They work hard. So they work hard, they saved their money, and they went home. They share pictures, videos, just like when I go home. When I go home, I'll be sharing videos and pictures too. You know, but don't just work and die. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, but make sure you have ample stash away. Why don't you have play money? Let me show you how to create a play money account. A play money account is a great account. So for you veterans out there, some of you may have done 20 years. You know, I'm thinking of someone right now. I would love a veteran. I would love for them to become my client. And the person know who they are. Nothing happens before its time. Nothing happens before its time. You know, the year's not done yet. Thanksgiving is coming. You know, for those of you who are my Facebook friend, I posted a picture of my Facebook page, you know, and a lot of people will tell me congratulations. They didn't even realize it was a turkey. Come on, man. We are 61 and 63 respectfully. What's that? Immaculate conception? But my point is, the holidays are coming. You have to travel. You may want to take a vacation, go somewhere nice. Make sure you have a vacation fund that's tax-free or tax-favored if you structure it properly. I went to a funeral last Thursday and there was no repast. And I was so excited there was no repast because me and the pastor, we ended up going to have lunch at this restaurant. When I die, I hope they have no repast either. You know, celebrate my life at the church and then everybody go their own separate ways. You know. But there's some people who are going to have a big repast. So therefore, if you're going to do that, make sure you have ample funds. Don't be asking people to bring a cake or bring some fried fish or some fried chicken or some bread or some salad, some juice. If you want to have a big thing, plan for it. Invest in your future today. You can do it. So for all you veterans out there, thank you for your service, but make sure you have income protection, debt elimination, legacy creation. For all my friends out there, I don't care what state you're in, make sure you're saving, make sure you have income protection, debt elimination. I don't care if you've had a critical illness like cancer, stroke, heart attack. I don't care. There's different things you can do. Reach out to me. Let me show you. I'm using two hands now, not one hand. Laugh out loud. So the point I'm trying to tell you guys is simply this, folks. Make sure that you are always planning. Make sure that you're always saving for a rainy day because you never know when it's going to be. And always make sure that you're protecting what you have. If your financial plan doesn't have an insurance foundation, it's flawed. It has to look like this pyramid. And at the bottom, the foundation has to be insurance. Even business owners, like where I bought the car from, I was telling the guys, you guys don't have a buy-sell agreement. A buy-sell agreement is if one something happened to one brother, the other brother can sustain the business because they had a buy-sell agreement. You want to save money next year? Start budgeting. Start cutting back. You can't cut back, get another job and save. Or improve your skills so you can get a raise. Or learn how you can do something virtually on the internet. Learn those things, but save some of the money that you make. For tonight, as soon as I get off this call, I have an appointment with one of my colleagues. This lady had several jobs, so she has a bunch of 401ks. So we're going to give her some options on what she needs to do. Those of you out there, you got 401ks, you have 403bs, 457 CDs. You got money just sitting there. Let's protect it for a rainy day. For some people, today's a rainy day because of the shutdown. Hundreds of thousands of women have lost their jobs, men too. Did you have an emergency pool of money you can access? Folks, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy talking about the same thing every week. I try to put a twist in it, but it comes back. It's like a preacher. When a preacher talks about a sermon every week, whether it's Saturday or Sunday, whatever day you go to church, it should always lead back to Christ. All right? It should always lead back to Christ. It's the same thing with my financial literacy. No matter what I talk about, it always leads back to income protection, debt elimination, and legacy creation. Because most people are not doing this. Some people want to get quick scheme. I was talking to someone yesterday or today, I don't remember yesterday, talking about, well, when they hit the lottery. I'm not picking on the person. I told them, man, stop playing it. You could hit it. But over the years, how much money have you spent on it? I'm not here to preach to you about playing the lottery. That's what you want to do. You budget for it. That's on you. But if some of you hit it, you better call me so I can show you. I told the person that. I said, you hit it, you better call me and I can show you what to do. Folks, I never get tired about talking about this stuff because I love what I do. But guess what? Because I love what I do, I have to meet someone at 8 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to end. The show is called Tuesdays with Terrence. My name is H. Terrence Bardoui. Some people call me H. Some people call me Havis. Some people call me Terrence. Some people call me Mr. Bardoui. If you're from Dominica, you call me Mr. Badwill. And if you're from St. Luke's Parish, Point Michel, a.k.a. La Pointe, you call me Little Boy. But if you're from La Pointe, you call me Luku Boy. L-O-U-K-O-U boy. Luku Boy. That's for little boy. Dominica made me. Boston raised me. Now the South sustains me. I love what I do. Let me help your family protect what they have. Let's protect your family, your children, your grandchildren, your husband, your wife. Let's help you roll over your 401k, your 403b, your 457, your TSP. Let me show you how to become a bank. Let me show you how to eliminate your debt. Let me show you all the beautiful things that I teach all my clients who love me because of what I show them. Don't be a statistic. That's right, Delphina from Point Michel, Luku Boy. That's right. Delphina didn't even know my real name. All she knew was Luku Boy. Point Michel girls are the best. Sweet, sweet, sweet in the waist. Moving in time, man. Sweet body line. Give me Point Michel girls all the time. Yeah, well, what happened to Point Michel boys? Luku Boy is a Point Michel boy. All I can tell you guys is this. Don't let... Christmas is coming, right? This year, don't buy gifts for your children. I'm going to get in trouble with what I'm about to say. Don't buy gifts for your children. Give them the gift that keeps giving. Give them financial literacy. Now, Don't say, hey, this say, don't buy gift for my children, Don't go tell your husband and your wife I said that. I'm in gist. What I mean by that is, guys, yeah, buy gifts for your kids, but make sure that you're protecting them as well. Give them an early start in the financial literacy game. All right? Only smart people do that. The wealthy do it. Some of you can't stand Trump, right? But guess what? When his father died, he left him what, 350 million or 100 million? Wouldn't it be nice if you could leave something like that for your kids? Even though it's not a million, maybe it's 50,000, maybe it's 100,000, maybe it's a million, maybe it's 250,000. I don't know. Give them an upper hand. Do like what the wealthy do. You don't have to be wealthy to do it. Do like they do. The show is called Tuesdays with Terrence. It's 8 o'clock. As I close, I'm going to play my theme song. I just want you to know I don't take you for granted. You want to know more about what I do? Get on my calendar. My phone number, my website, everything is scrolling down here. Everything is scrolling down here. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to tune in. Don't be scared to ask me questions. That's what I do. I help people. Change the way they think and the way they look at financial literacy. I do it in love and kindness. I may sound brash sometimes and mean, but all my clients love me. All of them. Every single one of them. Anybody who didn't like me didn't become my client, and that's okay. That's their right. All my clients love me. And they understand that I have their best interest at heart, and I want to make sure that I have your best interest at heart as well. So as we close, get on my calendar, all right? And if you're in a different country, make sure you're doing something for your family there as well. And for those of you in different countries, you reach out to me, I'll give you some suggestions of things you can do. You've probably heard of them before, but it's not the same like for here because we have different options here. But there are different things you can do. I know you can. So good night, everybody. I got a client appointment now. Dominica made me. Boston raised me. The South sustains me. Good night, everybody. Dominica made me. That's where it all began. Island breeze, coconut trees, the heart of my plan. From the hills and the smiles to the songs of the sea, that island spirit molded the person I'd be. Boston raised me with its hustle and grind. City lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Get on my calendar. On those snowy streets, learn to stand tall, navigating life, every rise, every fall. From the commons to the brownstones, I made my claim. With every lesson learned, I embraced my name. Luca boy! Boston raised me with its hustle and grind. City lights shining, dreams intertwined. In the heart of this town, I found my way. A licensed financial pro, ready for the fray. Hasta la vista, babies. Have a great week. Yes, Now the South sustains me with its warm embrace, a community of strength and love in every space. From the bayous to the beaches, I found my place. In this journey of finance, I've learned to chase grace. Dominica made me, Boston raised me high. Woo! South sustains my soul as I reach for the sky. With every sunrise, I'm thankful and free. A licensed financial professional. Just being me. Woo! Just being me. Good night, everybody. I love you. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go. Outro. So here's to the roots that shaped who I am. From the Dominica's beauty to Boston's Grand Slam. In the South I stand strong with purpose and pride. Together with my journey, side by side. Mwah! Bonsoir, good night, arrivederci, hasta la vista, babies!